Hello, everyone. Welcome to United States News. Biden warned against bloodbath war with China as Xi has spent years preparing for attack. Joe Biden has been warned that a war against China would be a bloodbath as China has spent years and billions of pounds preparing its military for an attack. War strategist Harry Kazianis told Express.co.uk that Chinese President Mr. Xi is likely to offer to supply weapons to Russia as tensions between the U.S. and China escalate. This, he said, would put pressure on the U.S. to supply more weapons to Ukraine in response, weakening the country's own weapons stock. This comes after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan last week. He explained, "I think what Xi is probably doing is talking to Putin and saying, 'Look, we weren't very supportive of giving you weapons before, but the situation has changed. It wouldn't even take a lot. A couple of hundred drones on the battlefield in Ukraine that are modern and state-of-the-art from the Chinese would make a huge amount of difference for Russia. And the U.S. is really pulling out those HIMARS, and they're pulling them out of U.S. stock. So it's literally weakening our capability to fight China. The whole thing is scary." Mr. Kazianis warned that any conflict between the U.S. and China would be a bloodbath. He said, "I think it is extremely worrying, but I think this is something that was going to happen no matter what. I think that the West has rightly been worried about Russia and Ukraine, but I think the challenge has always been the rise of China. And the Chinese for the last 20 years have spent hundreds of billions of dollars building their military for this specific moment in time scenario. And let's face it, the U.S. is all over the world trying to do everything, but this is really the biggest national security threat when it comes to the rise of China's military. If a war did break out, the U.S. would prevail in the very, very long term. But in the short term, it would be a bloodbath." China reacted to Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan with an unprecedented show of force, including 4 days of military drills encircling the independent nation. China's foreign ministry said Nancy Pelosi's visit has had a severe impact on the political foundation of China-U.S. relations and seriously infringes upon China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Since last Thursday, the People's Liberation Army has sent more than 200 military aircraft and 50 warships toward the island and launched a number of missile tests, according to Taiwan's defense ministry. Dozens of Chinese military planes have also crossed the unofficial sea border between Taiwan and China. Speaking on Monday, China's foreign ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin said that the show of force was a warning to those seeking Taiwan's independence. In a statement after landing in Taiwan, Nancy Pelosi said, "Our congressional delegation's visit to Taiwan honors America's unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy. America's solidarity with the 23 million people of Taiwan is more important today than ever as the world faces a choice between autocracy and democracy."